Welcome back to Small British Steps. Last time we finally did our 3,000 kilometer downrange mission. This episode we're going to do the 4,500 kilometer downrange mission, and then that opens up the opportunity to do orbital missions. And I think the next rocket after that will be an orbital rocket. It might not complete one of the missions, but it will be orbital for whatever reason. However, we've got a couple of things to do first. We have got, and I'll come into here and show you what I've selected. So thanks, Jane. We have the X-Plane Supersonic. That we're going to complete with the Derwent. We have the high altitude optional, just because that's built up a lot now. It's got 300 days on it. It's at 190%. It's a 60 kilometer launch. So we're just going to do it because we know we can do 60 kilometers. And then, of course, we've got the 4,500 kilometer downrange. So we're going to knock those out first. So first of all, before we do anything, I'm going to jump into the astronaut complex. We're going to go training, go mission, and I believe, hold on a second, which of you is, have we actually run out of training? Right, you've got, no. Right, mission training expires. So we've got, you've got mission training. So the other two could do with mission training as well. Just get them done. Start that training, takes 7 days. Wonderful. Right. So that's going to take 7 days. That's going to take 2 days. So as soon as their training's ready, Derwent J2 can go. But let's get the Crummock launch first. Let's go forward a day. While that's happening, our Javelin S50 is going to, Javelin 1A4 S50 is going to be preparing itself. It's got about 100 days on it. We've got orbital rocketry about 200 days, and then hypersonic flight is going to take forever. But that's fine because we will be going orbital before then. And so we should be getting all of the lovely sciences, or trying to anyway. Right, of course, we are now higher up when we actually get dropped off because we've operated all the stuff and things, so we can get all of these things going. We're also going faster, which is a bonus. Well, it might be, we'll find out. Right, we're going to pull up. Our aim is purely to get to 60 kilometers. I can't remember what the science is on this. This is high altitude science, so that will actually be benefited by us starting higher and faster, because we should get there quicker. We're going to speed this up. We don't need to take our time with this. We're going to, there we go, got a 45-degree angle, like that. We have lost an engine already. What is it? These Spectre engines at the moment are being really annoying. They do only have a certain amount of efficiency though, and we are running them a long time, so yeah, we'll let them off. The good thing is, I think the craft will be able to cope with that. The gimbal and the position of the engines should be okay. Right, let's have a look. Oh, we're up at 37. We haven't got the thrust I would like because we've only got 3 engines instead of 4. I am tempted to put an extra engine in the middle there. When we move up to the Crummock 2, we may do that actually. Alright, we'll go back to normal speed. So we're aiming for 60, which we have now got. So we will just level out. There we go. Level out. And then I will, you know what? I'm going to shut down that engine. I'm actually going to shut down this engine as well. We're going to have 1 engine running. 1 engine just pushing us along. That's all we're doing. Just going to be, wow, we've got a bit of a wobble on now. That's interesting. So we have done what we need to do. Turn that off. Whoa, 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 that was not a good idea. Let's just hold that about there. Okay. Right, we're just going to let this engine burn out. It should be okay. We should be alright. I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem. We might want to actually put the nose down a bit. Just like that. Because we are actually gaining altitude through just air moving across the wings at such high speed is actually pulling us up. It's a whole Kármán line situation, isn't it? You know, if you don't know, Kármán line, it's to do with the velocity you have to travel to get the lift required to keep you there and stuff like that. And it's the point at which you potentially you basically enter orbit technically because of the way you do things and stuff. Right. Are we done? This engine is going really well considering all the others are done so badly. What did we have? What was the actual problems? Let's have a look. So we have loss of thrust on the one that we're actually on now. That's fine actually, because you know I don't have an issue with that. It just takes longer. And then we had, what's that? Is that overburn? 4 minutes. Okay, we're gone. 4 minutes and something seconds. That was well overburn. It didn't die. Failed to ignite on one of them. I didn't even notice that we had a failed ignition. That's interesting. Not had a failed ignition for a while. We are coming along quite nicely. This is, of course, where the cockpit will explode, won't it? I've just realised, because we have got an awful lot of delta V, not a lot of velocity right now. So we're going to hold ourselves at a high angle because I want to slow down as quickly as possible. Right. Actually, we got 1 point. What was that? Oh, we actually got some stuff. We got a bit of. That's what we're getting the science from. Now it makes sense. We're getting the science when we go over the water. Right, how much data have we got? 0.8. All of that, and I got 0.8. Okay. Right. Flat spin time. Oh dear. Off center. We're too high. We're too high. Come back. Come back. Come back. Fight. No. Come on. At these altitudes, it is just dangerous, isn't it? We are losing a lot of speed quickly, though, which is actually a good thing. I'm going to do that. I'm going to just, you know what? I'm going to let it do it. Right, just pull it round and just get all of that speed out. Come on. I really don't like any of that. Let's kill it all. Let's kill it all, because that cockpit is going to start heating up. I know it is. Right, okay. It's like a, what's that maneuver? There is a maneuver that they do in like flight display things where they fall and like it's properly like a dead pigeon sort of thing. It looks like a dead pigeon. I'm not sure that's the technical term for it, but it's a bit like that. That's what we want to do. There we go. Superb. Right, brilliant. If I could just get control of the craft again now, that would be really wonderful. Come on. Oh no. Just edge it round. You can now see we've actually got quite large flaps and stuff on this because of the fact that I absolutely hate lack of control on these craft when they're in very thin air. I'm amazed that we have not heated the cockpit up. That's amazing. Watch now as we come through the atmosphere and the whole thing explodes, because it's bound to. Now I've said that we didn't heat the cockpit up. We are out of fuel. That's good. Everything is drained. So I think we're all right. We're coming in. I don't know where the base is. This is the only problem. Is it over there? The only problem with this terrain is it's actually hard to identify. When I used to fly the series from Spade Adam, you could actually see the complex from a distance. But here, because of the mottled effect of the terrain and everything, yeah, it's a little harder. I don't know if I've got parallax installed, actually. I should really check and make sure that parallax is installed in this. I don't know if it is or not. It probably isn't, thinking about it. Let's have a look. We're at 300 meters per second. Probably should want to pull out of that a bit, don't we? Let's just gradually pull it out. I don't want to flat bottom the whole craft. Right, I'm going to speedy this up a bit, and I shall see you when I pull the parachutes. Right, this looks like a nice flat piece of ground that we can put our craft down on, doesn't it? Without its engines blown up. The irony is that I think this will be the last flight for this. There might be one to 70 kilometers, which we could probably do. In fact, we could have done it with this one. But this will be potentially the penultimate flight for this, and then we'll have to start looking at the next iteration. The what is this? Is the Crummock? The Crummock 2 we'll have to look at, and I'm thinking we use the sort of chassis of the Derwent for it. We could either put 6 engines in here, but then we'd run out of fuel store. We could widen it, put extra stuff in here maybe. But again, it doesn't really do us, does it? It doesn't really give us much, because we've already got a craft design that has that. We just need to stick the X15 on the front. Maybe we'll look at that in this episode and see what might happen. Take this whole rear assembly. Let me just check. Are these? I think I'd be interested to know whether these engines are actually attached to this decoupler or not. That would be the interesting bit of the fairing. Technically, they don't need to be. They could be out on their own. But I like it like that. So pulled away. Right. I'm going to put this thing down, and then we shall see what happens. Right, so we have completed that mission. We've got somebody going on a break. We've got no real science from that. We got nothing from that. High altitude flight, we got 0.8 science. To 4 science built up. Wow, that's a huge amount. I just want to check what science have we actually got. See, this is the one we really want. This is the biggie that gives you lots. So we need to get 10 and then 7. So we need 17. Okay, how are we going to get 17? This thing is going to have to give us 17 somehow. So you can get it landed, you can get flying high, space, low. I see how, I don't know how long it takes to run though. We should probably strap one of those onto our rocket plane actually. Well, we would go and look at it, apart from the fact that the rocket plane is currently being recovered and will take 7 days to be recovered. So that'll be a bit of a wait. Right, so next one is our, oh, here we go. We've got our crew back. Right, so our next mission, how are we doing, is the supersonic one. That's going to be 450. Let's have a look. After completing the X-Planes, supersonic contract will become available. So we need to do this, and then we'll get the X-Planes Mach 2 supersonic. And then we've got the high altitude optional is restarted, and then we've got this one is still the 80k. So this one's going to be 70. So we can do that one. Okay, we can do that one. I tell you what, we haven't done buildiness for a while, so let's go and actually have a look at building a new Krumok. Right, so what we've actually done is taken the Krumok R1, we've changed the cockpit, and we've changed the engines. We've changed the engines over to the D-Spec 5, which we have actually, I believe, researched. I'm just going to check this. Engine D-Spec 5, we can purchase, it costs 4,000. Okay. We don't have enough propellant on site to do this anymore, so we're going to have to put some effort into that. I did mess around with the other one, but actually we ended up, it was sort of diminishing returns. You can see we've got a very, very far forward center of mass. So what happens as this runs out? As this runs out, that becomes more stable. So we want this to be prioritized, actually. Let's make this one burn quicker. Right. So we need to fill that up. There we go. Now, I don't know if this will do it. If it doesn't, we will have to tack on some tanks back here on the side to give it a longer burn time. Its thrust to weight is not terrible at the moment. We could put another engine in. And then we could have it on cruise once we get high up. My concern is that we've got to come back down. So I want to skim the Kármán line is pretty much what I want to do. I am tempted to just, in fact, let's give it a go. Let's design this for future. Yeah, let us just actually do what we want to do with this. Right. So I would like these to just move a smidgen outwards. So I just want them to be about there. Okay. And then I want to take one of them and I want to put it in the middle. There we go. And I'm going to recess it. And is it going to fit is going to be the question. It does not want to be in the middle if I do that. That's interesting. I've had that problem before. It does not want to be in the middle. Okay. That's now the middle, is it? Okay. And then we do that. And then we're going to pull it out to be on level. Right, what's that look like? It's not perfect. Yeah. Okay. Now the next question I have with myself is, do we, I think we do pull this out a little bit more, just to be level there, that's better. I think these can go out just a smidgen more, don't they? Just like that. There we go. Right. And then I think what we actually do is we're gonna put some action groups in. So action group 5 should be parachutes, is it? No, it is not. Action group 5 needs to be parachutes. So where's the arm button? Where's my arm for my parachutes? Cut, deploy, disarm. That's new. So there's not an option to arm them. Interesting. Right. Well, number 1 will be these. We're gonna shut down engines on 1. There we go. And number 2 is going to be toggle that engine as well. We're actually going to go to 1. I'm going to put these onto toggle engine. Get rid of shutdown. Right, so we don't need to fire that one at the start if we don't want to, is what I'm thinking. At the moment, we sort of do need it though. Now, next step, we can change this, because we don't have to have steel fuselage anymore. We could go to aluminium fuselage, and that goes from, what's that? Steel fuselage is 783. We can take it with aluminium fuselage. How far can we go actually? Aluminium stringer tanks. Aluminium stringer tanks we have. Okay, that's 90. Okay, that makes it more interesting. Aluminium stringer tanks. Okay, and that one there, aluminium stringer. There we go. Right, so fill it with that. Fill it with that. Fill it with that. Okay, that gives us quite a bit. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. And then, of course, when we cut that out, cut those out once we're on the way, and just use that final engine for the final push if needs be, once the thrust gets a bit high. We should be okay. That looks a bit wonky, doesn't it? Okay, I'm happy with that. I think that is a good change. I mean, potentially we could do that, but I don't see the reason. We may end up that we actually never use it as a shut-off engine. I've done that before. 2 minutes should get us suborbital. Yeah, I think so. So that's the Crummock there. It should only take 88 days to build at maximum, but the maximum doesn't work with the hangar if I remember rightly. Right, so we're gonna save that. So the one thing we're waiting for that is the cockpit. Everything else is ready. The unlock cost is 34,000. It needs hypersonic flight. We don't have enough credits for it, so it's going to cost us money. It's going to cost us funds to get this. It's also going to cost us tooling. What's the tooling going to cost us? 11,000. It says it up there, doesn't it? 11,000. Ooh, that's a lot. We're looking at 20,000 to do that. I think we can. I think we should go for it though, because I think it's worth us doing it. Yeah, I think so. Where's the? Oh, that's not on this one. Okay, right. Yeah, I think that is going to be the craft, isn't it? We're going to have to redo some work on the site for it. So as soon as we have finished, we're going to have to. So perform what's that? Perform a large reconstruction of the hangar to best support the current vessel, removing support for other vessels. Upgrade the hangar to support the current vessel, keeping existence. So if I do that, what's that going to do? That's going to give me a HTTP. Okay. I think that's how long is that going to take? 3 days. I think we renovate it. Yeah, I think that's the one to do. I think that's what I want to do. I think. What's my current dimensions? 10 by 44. Yeah, let's renovate that. All engineers have been unassigned. Remember to reassign engineers to the hangar when it's finished renovations. Okay, I will do that. Right, so this site is reconstructing. We're going to let that happen. That's going to finish after a couple of days. There we go. Next, we have the joy that is, we've got that there, it's mounted, it's ready to do, so we're in the dark, we're in the, we're in the dark. Let's just get that past, there we go. Right, let's have a look, what mission have we got left? Let's just have a look. We've got the downrange and we've got the X-plane supersonic, so we're going to do the X-plane supersonic. I believe we have crew for that now, so we can do that, and then we're going to try and squeeze in that javelin, and hopefully, oh, I'm very tempted to move that up actually, but probably not a good idea. Let's have a look at the admin building. So our X-Planes is nowhere near its peak yet. We've got another year or so on it. So we can take our time with that. This is the one we want to finish. Okay, once that's done, then we're going to move on. And I think we're going to go for the heavy. I'm not sure if we're going to do it fast or slow though. Fast takes 5 years. And I think that wouldn't be 1, 2, 3 launches potentially would do it. We would potentially have to build a new launch pad, but we could do that in the time, and we get the funds while we're doing it. All right, so we just need to get this one out of the way now. It's 1956. We need to get on. We need to get a satellite into orbit by the end of probably what? By the end of 58, I think. I don't know when did the Russians do it? I don't know. We are up again, ready to fly. We're going to put... Oh, hello, we're at funny angles there. Right, get everything going. Get the thrust on. There we are. Right. Oh, we've got problems there. Right, so what's the aim of this one? The aim of this one is... we want to hold it at between 450 and 475. Now, let's check. Is our science actually running? It is not. We need to turn it on. But we are going to check if it's the right one this time. So, this time we need to be over 450. Yeah, we're happy with that. Right. Let's get the old thing out and do that there thing. Right, Optimus Pilot Manager. I want cruise control. Thank you. What's this one? No, I don't want that one. It's standard fly-by-wire. No, I don't want that. Right, so we'll have that. So I would like it to keep us at this altitude here, 12,923. There you go. Are you going to do that? No, you are not. Why not? Why does it not do it? Why does it not? Why is it not doing this? It's really weird. Right, I want to go up a bit. Go up a bit. And then I would like us to do speed control, please. Thank you. Right. Are we in the range to do this science? Oh, that's wrong. We don't want to go to that one. I want to be at 455. Do that. There we go. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to climb, and then we're going to hold it at that speed. Hello. Doesn't seem to want to do it. There we go. Thank you. Does this one? Do I need to do that for as well? Why does it? Yeah, I have no. Oh, do that. Is that going to do it? If I turn that off, does that change? No, it does not. Right. Note to self, just hold it as it is. Wow, those are going to pulse now, aren't they? That's going to be amusing. That's going to be very amusing, the engine's pulsing. Right, we're going to speed this up. So right now, we are going to gather as much of this data as possible. It takes a while to do it, I believe. I think it's 23 minutes. We have fuel for 30 minutes. So we're just going to run it. We're just going to run it over. Our climb rate is too high for us to do to do the mission. Because of course, I want this to hold it. Is it doing it? Nope, it is not. Right. I need to drop this a bit until we're level. There we go. Rate of climb is stable now. Okay. That's really annoying that this isn't working. And we just speed this up. Are we good? I believe we are. Yes, we are. Wonderful. And of course, the throttle is going to go crazy. I suppose we could actually take it up a bit more, but it's not a big issue. Right. That's going to take 4 minutes. Put it on max attack. I'm just going to sit here and watch it, but you don't have to. So I'll see you in 20 minutes. So as you can see, we have we've completed the requirements for that contract. We just got to land now. We have a bit of fuel left. I figured out the problem. I was having trouble with the vertical control. You've got to knock off the standard fly-by-wire to do that. The other thing, I was hoping to actually complete all the sites on this, but you've only got enough material on the craft to do a third of it, so we need to do 3 flights to do that. So that gives us another purpose for this craft, and actually a reason why it's later flights we can actually do that as well. So that's a big positive for us, actually. We have to do a couple of flights with it, so that's not a problem. Right, with this in mind, we're going to now cut. We're going to turn this off, turn that off, turn that off, put it on to standard fly-by-wire, close that, engines off, close that, and we're going to put this craft down. So I will do this, and then I'll jump back to the main screen, and we can see what the next steps are. Right, so we've got our 2 science over there, we've got our crew returning, well done. science is back. You'll notice we now actually have two flights, two planes that are being recovered at the same time, which is an interesting one actually. I suppose I hadn't really thought about that. I'm not sure if it's designed to do that. It's interesting. Right. So let us think. What are we doing? What are we doing? We have a decent amount of funds, and I am not enjoying waiting for these to run through. So I think we're going to hire some more researchers. I think we're going to spend quite a bit of money. We're going to take it to 250. 250. Yeah, that's what we're going to go for. There we go, 250. That's my researchers done. We've got a good bit of balance coming in there. We've got even more unlock costs by doing that. So we'll actually, although we're spending a lot on the researchers, we're going to get some money back from it for the unlock costs. So it's not entirely lost money. Right, and I think I'm happy with that. That means that actually orbital rocketry is 162 days. It means it's coming right after the Javelin 1C. So if I go to integration, I'm actually going to build a second one of these. I'm going to duplicate it. Just in case it doesn't work, in case something goes wrong. It's 113 days. It's not a terrible thing for us, but it will mean that it will come just after the orbital rocketry. And it should mean that we're actually ready for the next sort of set of flights and stuff. And that means that we can then get a big bunch of extra funding in. Right, so that I'm happy with. And I think we're good. So we're going to let those craft recover themselves. There we go. First one is back. We could start preparing it, but we're not in a hurry, are we? So we're going to get the other one back as well. And then we will do the repair and refit work on it right now. With that, we have Krumuk R1 and Derwent J2. They are going to take, 4 days to re-prep, so we can actually rush through them nice and quickly. There we go, there's one done. And a rush through the next one. There we go, done nicely. And then we can prep them for air launch. They can both be prepped at the same time, which seems a bit weird, but I suppose it's a hangar. It acts differently. So let's have a look at what we got. We've got Mach 2 Supersonic is available. Mid Supersonic. How exciting. They're good. So Mach 2 Supersonic is 250. I think we can do that. And Supersonic optional. It's not going to run yet. High altitude 70. It's still got nowhere near doing it. So we're not in a rush to do these. I'd be tempted to do this one because it's the 500. Which might take us on the way to this, but you could work your way through it. To be fair, we're not in a hurry to complete Mach 2. Let's just go and check what's happening. So X-planes, we've got to complete Mach 2, then that's done. And then we've got a high altitude and Kármán line. So actually that Derwent has no other use once Mach 2 Supersonic is done. So we could just have it knock out all the steps up to that, which I think is what we'll do. I'll probably do that in the background and just show you the completion of them each time. It's the high altitude at least twice, and then the X-planes Kármán. So we've done one high alt. So we've got one, and then we've got the Kármán line. So that's going to require the next plane. And we're going to start building that soon. When are we waiting for that? It's going to be about 400 days. 400 days would take us to... we're in no hurry at all. So that's going to take us to about the peak of payment. And then we can actually take our time with it. We can actually just let this contract run, in fact. In fact, we could just take our time with it and make sure the planes work. Would be the idea, I suppose. So that's not going to be a loss, because I don't think we're going to be in a rush, because we're basically tied behind. We're going to be tied behind the early SATS one, which is going to take 5, possibly 4 or 5 years. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to take all of that. So we've got until the red line. We've got until year 9 to really worry about it. It's interesting that you still get payments after that, but I think there is a negative to it. I think you actually do get a negative. We're currently getting 150,000 a year, and I think we're going to rock forward and get this Javelin done. Yeah, I think we're going to wait. We'll do these. I think we're going to rock forward, get the Javelin done. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to, because we're waiting on science tech and all sorts of stuff like that. So we can actually just roll in the cash. We'll roll out this, And I think we'll finish the episode by doing that launch, hopefully. Hopefully that launch will work. So there we are. We're going to go to the daytime. Right, so this is our 4,500, is it 4,500? 4,500 kilometer downrange. Whoa, what are we doing? There we go, thank you. Did a really weird speed up then, did you see that? It was just like sitting on 1,000. I want it to be directly above us, that's what we want. There we go, that's close enough. There we go, it's close enough, right. Well, let's do this. Right, we have contract completed from the previous mission, and now let's get this one ready, right. So we're looking at, everything looks good. All we've got to do is altitude and range. Right, people, let's do this. This is a biggie. This is the step to orbit, I think, that we've been waiting for. So let's go. Everything is good. Let's fire the engines and off we go. There we are. And we are away from the pad. It's quite launch actually. Oh, until that kicks in. That horrible sound kicks in. It's horrendous. Right. And then we're going to pitch to 85, and then we're going to do that. And we're going to go. I'm actually going to go over to 4. I don't need to go as high, I don't think, as we were thinking. Just turn it over nice and quick. We've got a very high thrust at the start of this rocket. It's actually designed to basically launch larger payloads. This whole lower stage is actually designed for orbit. This will be our orbital craft or something like this anyway. Right, we've got 9 seconds on those strap-on boosters. They're tiny little strap-on boosters. They're basically using them like solids because we don't have any solids, because I have not designed any solids for the British program because I don't have enough data on it. Right, get rid of those. They are gone. They will explode now. Oh no, yeah, they did. One of them survived. Oh no, it's going to hit the launch complex. Oh, what a nightmare. Right, we'll continue this on up and go for 45 when, you know what, we can just do 45 now. Just do 45 now. Just do it. We've got the range, I'm sure of it. Right. And then we're gonna actually speed this up because it is just a rocket burning. It is just a rocket burning over the top of things. Have we got all this on? Get the telemetry on, please. Thank you. Never know when you need it. Should have actually put some science on this because we could have got it from here. I think it would have cost us more funds though, wouldn't it? Right. We are at 45 degrees and we're going to give you... I still need to hear from you all as to whether 45 degrees is the optimal angle for doing this. I've just gone for 45 degrees because I think 45 degrees sounds like a good angle. We're getting a bit of speed up. Good. Nice. Technically, I mean, I wonder if we went sideways, if we could actually get this thing into orbit. It'd be close, I'm sure. I mean, look at that. If we went sideways, I think we would get that into orbit. Because it has come a long way up, hasn't it? Although saying that, its periapsis is still very low down. So probably not. I don't think it would get into orbit, but it'd be nice to think it might, wouldn't it? Surface speed is, yeah, whatever. Right, let's have a look. We are at, with the counting through, we're going to speed up a bit. So we're up at 400. So we've gone past the 1% mark, have we? Oh, the 10% mark. We're past 10%. We're past 20% now. We're still going up. We're past a quarter of the way now. Halfway is going to be 2.25, isn't it? So let's just see. 2.25 is coming up. Come on. I think we've got it. As long as we don't get to the maximum altitude before we get to the halfway point. It seems like it slows down, but our horizontal velocity should be pretty consistent. The vertical velocity is the thing that changed, right? We're at 2,000. We're going up to 2.38, which is a long way up. I think we're actually going high enough so that the total vertical distance traveled there and back would actually get us the distance, which is quite amusing. So yeah, the 45 degree, I think we've got it. We could probably go lower actually. It might actually be better. Thinking about this, it would probably be better to be like 35 degrees, but yeah. Stuff and things. We've got the thrust to probably go at 35 and get a bit of a high peak. There we go. And don't I think soon? Almost. Come on, just get around it. Come on. Come on, just the last few. There we go. Done. Superb. Mission complete. Downrange 4,500 complete. You've achieved the objective set forth in the early rocket development program, and it can now be completed in an administrative building. Yes, you are right, it can, as soon as we do range safety. Right, everybody, so currently we're doing this. We're going to cancel this. We're going to scrap it. Thank you all. We're going to have a look. We've got that to complete. Well, you know, we'll give that 10 days. I'll let that do its 10 days. Or will I? No, I won't. Actually, I have to. Let it do its 10 days because we're about to do something different. We need to check whether we've got a rocket that will actually fit. Right. We're going to go to the administrative building. We're going to go early rocket development. You can see we are completed. So if we do that, we're going 735 there and 2818. So we do that. We're going to get 100 and something for that. Ooh, lovely. Yes, I would like to complete that program. Thank you. Right, let's actually see what that's done to our funding. Our cap is actually 892, so we can't go any higher. We're at 900. The cap is 892. Currently, yearly subsidy is 178,498. So that means that our balance and everything is looking beautiful. And we still haven't done the next step, which is going to be, we're going to take these bad boys. So we're going to take this one. I think we're going to do it over 5 years. I could do breakneck, but I want to keep that for some of the later stuff. Yeah, I think we're going to just go with this. I think. I don't know what the negative is actually running on. I'd love to know. I'd love for it to tell you somewhere what happens if you go too long. This program requires satellite era and an orbit capable launch vehicle lift 1 ton. Yes, I will do that for you. Right. I think that is good. Let's take it. Yes. Yes, I do want to do that. There we go. Right. Let's go and have a look. Do we have any leaders involved? I don't believe we have any leaders. Oh, we do. Glishko is still involved. If I want to get rid of him, it's going to cost us a ton of stuff. I don't want to get rid of him. I mean, I literally want to keep hold of him. You need to go. Early in orbital rocket research bit. I was supposed to get rid of you, wasn't I? Oh. Right, well, we're gonna remove you. Goodbye. Yes, goodbye. That's hit us big, actually. That's been a big hit there. We've been carrying that for too long. Okay. Right. What it has done is it's actually it's sped that up so much that this is now considerably been impacted. Wow. I did not even realize that. Did not know that. So we've actually gone through probably about a year with the wrong person involved in the team. That's not good. Engineers. Why have I got engineers? Oh, because they're unassigned, because we're not doing anything. Right. Let's have a look at the mission, and then we'll move on to the next episode. But we have downrange milestone. Oh, optional. How very nice. 6,000 kilometers. We could do that. Do you have to put anything on it? Signing period of at least 1,000 units. Meh. Don't feel the need to do it. It is going to help us get that back. Yeah. I think we might do that. And this is a required one. Does this the distance you find or more downrange with an uncrewed carrier example expires then? What does it say? Does this one get rid of it? Oh, you gain 50 applicants. Oh, now that would be lovely. That would give us all of our research up to max, I think, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think it would. You need to give Earth. Okay, we're going to look at these in the next episode. So from me, until next time, we got a lot to think about. Have a great one. So if that was good for you, check out on the screen right now some links. You can see other videos you might like. Check out the channel, see if there's any playlists you like. There's also some links to other content creators there you might like. Or leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, do all those things.